Thinking of playing Death Ride Salerno, 29th Panzer Grenadier. Okay, we'll go all the way through it in assault again. It's the Allied Army player turn close assault phase. So Allied Army player may assault German units that are adjacent to Allied units. So assault combat. Assault combat is directed at a single hex. Obviously this is our target hex here. It is, move the German defenders aside, but that is our assault hex right there. Obviously it is a hill hex and it is a woods hex. So German defenders are dug in. Okay, so there is a suppressed unit. So we have recon platoon dismounted and another recon platoon suppressed to level 1. Okay. 2 platoon minimum. You know, I wonder if yeah, those are 2. So the Germans are 2 platoons. Sorry for the mess. The Germans are the 2 are yep, 3rd and 4th platoons from Bravo Company. So I wonder if they get unit integrity. Infantry, yeah, there it is. Infantry type, company integrity, and it says 2 platoon minimum. That must be what that means. And I know the recon are considered infantry type because it says over here infantry types are engineer, infantry, recon, or submachine gun. Infantry type, company integrity, 2 platoon minimum. Well, that's the only reference I can find on the player aid card there. 2 platoon minimum, which would be 2 company minimum in the American case, I am assuming. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. That's a pretty low threshold, actually, to get unit integrity, but I'm still going to go with it. So the Germans are dug in, 1 platoon in good shape, another platoon suppressed to level 1. Alright, the assaulter decides what units from any adjacent hex or hexes are assaulting and must consider all the defending units in the hex as a single target. So they have to assault the Germans all together. They are obviously assaulting from 2 adjacent hexes. So we have Alpha Company first, Alpha Company 1st Battalion. And we have Charlie Company 1st Battalion, and Bravo Company suppressed to level 1. So the Americans definitely get battalion integrity in this case. Yeah. Alright. All unit types may participate in an assault. That means, well, especially the attackers. Defender has to be treated as a whole. Okay. If attack, and can use short and long range factors if attacking from an adjacent hex. That's kind of obvious, because they are attacking from adjacent hexes because it's an assault. Assaulting and defending units factors are added up, and then we're going to do a ratio, and we're going to roll on the assault combat table with the die roll modifiers. Okay, the defenders are all soft targets. Okay, so I'm going to add up the weapons factors here and get to the ratio. The only important thing is the defender. So this unit's defense factor of 18 has 1 added to it, so that's 19 and 18 for the defender. That's kind of easy. So 37. And over here, I think that this is still minus 20% for both of the weapons factors. Okay, all the little things. First of all, just to give a sense so there isn't any confusion about the math involved. So, for example, the American attackers, it's 8. I even did that wrong. So it's 8 times 0.8. So what I'm doing is the one suppression level means minus 20%. But instead, I don't go 8 minus 20%, I go 8 times 0.8, which is, in other words, 80% left of 8. So it's 8 times 0.8 doubled for secondary weapon adjacent. Then it's 2 times 0.8 times 1, no modification. Did I do that right? Yeah. Yes. Okay. And then, so that's for the suppressed company involved. These are easy. It's 8 times 2 plus 2. And then the same thing again for this company. Okay, so there's that. Over here, it's 6. Yeah, so again, it's 6 times 0.8. Oh, I'm sorry, I did they're defenders. So it's 18 plus 1 plus 18. Okay. I have to use a calculator. Those are the actual odds. So that is 1 on the table. So at 1, they rolled a 2. With all the modifiers, it was finally a minus 3. So it is definitely absolutely nothing. But something I noticed now is that there's actually for the assaulted units, so the defender, there's an infantry type company integrity 2 platoon minimum for the defender 2. So you have the 3rd and 4th platoons from Bravo company. So those cancel. The +1 for the attackers, -1 for the defenders, they cancel. Another thing to pay attention to. So that really is a low threshold for this company/battalion integrity. I guess it's something to remember. Or another way to look at it is, just keep your units together, and you're finally going to lose that when you basically get down to the last remaining platoon of the organization, really. Before I put my stacks back together, we'll do unit suppression recovery phase for the Allied side. So the Allied player reduces green suppression first. Even this unit that's adjacent to the Germans recovers 1 level. So he is good now. This unit would recover 2 levels because he's not adjacent to the enemy. 2 levels as well. And so the Allied army is all back together. Then both players, yes, and you're only reducing green suppression. So now both players would flip red suppression to green, to the green sides. So there's that one. Oh, was there suppression in there? Yep, there was. Okay, so now the Allied army red go to green as well. There. All right, so now I can put my stacks back together. All right, so that is Allied recovery. Okay, so I noticed something right now. Here's the headquarters. Here's the American regimental headquarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this unit was actually out of command, I believe. Not going to go back and change anything because this is just a thinking of playing video, but I do want to let's take a look at out of command effects. Okay, I'll probably have a better time remembering this now. Did not remember this at all. So I could have used the information marker to mark him out of command, because units that are not in command and control may not conduct assaults or overruns. So actually, that would have really put a damper on that assault there. So that's what I should have done. Yeah, so out of command. So Allied Army will have to do something about that when they can.